Alex, Isabella, and Maria over at the Campus Rec building on campus. Thank you, everyone, for joining us down here at the Clearview Ice Arena. You've joined us right as they have started welcoming out the players to the ice. I am your play-by-play tonight, CJ Bakaj, head coach of RMU Esports. Beside me, as always, Cadeyn McCrory, reigning broadcaster of the year. I'm going to bring that up until it gets old. So.
Every time, CJ. But it's great to be back here in a big divisional matchup tonight here against John Carroll, the reigning champions of the league here in CHMA. And it's huge for RMU to get
this is
important
a big
win.
Weekend. This is a big weekend for them. They only have one game against the CHMA opponent. That was Mercyhurst. They won, so they are 1-0, but John Carroll is 2-0 currently in the division. They've played Mercyhurst and Duquesne. So RMU needs a big weekend here. They have John Carroll tonight, and then they'll be traveling across the border to Morgantown, West Virginia, to play against the Mountaineers tomorrow at 4:15. And there won't be a stream for that game. I don't think West Virginia does that. However, we will pass it down to John Tucci for the national anthem here shortly, and it looks like they've passed out some flags.
It's always nice when John Tucci, before the game, gets to talk with all the students and everyone and get those flags passed around.
And we will be right back as soon as the national anthem is concluded with our very own John Tucci.
Mr. John Tucci.
We wish the teams all the best, their family and friends tonight. We wish all of you the best tonight and wish all of you the best the rest of the season. With great reverence and tribute to our American flag and its stars and stripes. The little flags that our audience is holding, every flag they wave represents every soldier and veteran, policeman, fireman, first responder ever lived. These men and women that gave up everything in their life so that these flags will stand here in this rink and you can play the game of hockey here in America. It's an honor to our men and women, their families, and all of us Americans. Please wave your flags and reverence those men and women, their families. And if all of you can please join and sing with me as we honor our country and honor our freedom, as we sing our Star Spangled Banner, the United States of America. We can start this evening by doing the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail as the twilight last gleaming through broad skies and bright stars, through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watch were surrounded, streaming, and the rockets regular, love unresting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. Have a great night. Have a great week. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Another beautiful performance from John Tucci, like always. And again, we'd like to thank the service members. We have two actually on staff here tonight. Thank you for your service, gentlemen. Two Marines down there working the camera. Thank you for your service. As they salute me. And we're getting ready for this hockey game down here at the Clearview Ice Arena. The Blue Streaks against the Colonials. Colonials look to bounce back from a loss last weekend when they split a series with Buffalo, winning on Friday and then dropping on Saturday. So the Colonials are going to look to bounce back here. Parker Rutherford in net, and I think you wanted to highlight him at the beginning.
Oh, I did, and his stats are off the charts. A 107 goals against average, a 968 save percentage, a 4-0 total record, and 5 total goals against throughout his 4 games.
Parker Rutherford's going to be jousting with the John Carroll Blue Streaks player Martin Mouan from Paris, France down there. So Do apologize if we do butcher your name. I think it's Mwan or Mwane. I'm probably going to switch back and forth between those as we go. RMU starts off with the puck, and that was a pretty dangerous pass, all things considered, from our boy Kramer there, but he's going to carry it out in front. That was a dangerous pass for the John Carroll players, and they were able to recover. Adamski almost had a quick tap in. Racker with the shot and patted aside by Rutherford. Knocked back in, John Carroll's pushing. A nice hit in the corner as Draper reverses that one, knocks the John Carroll player on his behind. Moving forward, Palumbo fires it in high over Moyne. Gozak over to Wapperer. Leading scorer, Wapperer, has 7 goals in 7 games for these Blue Streaks. Carrying it in out in front. It's going to be intercepted by Keith Reed, who's going to try and turn this around and come the other direction. But a good keep by number 4 on the other side. Wygand for the Blue Streaks, almost keeping that in. And now Reed's going to battle, going back and forth. Reed's going to carry it forward. Nice play, beating Putnick. Reed comes in, pass out in front, tied up in front of the net was number 14, Nathan Mickey. Nice to see him back out here. I didn't get to see him 2 weeks ago. He was hurt. He's back out there today. Out in front, dangerous play, and they're going to score. Is that Whopper or number 7? The leading goal scorer, like I just mentioned, gets a shot in there. A bad play by Loges, who just screened Rutherford, couldn't see it, and Whopper scores there. We just got scored on by a Burger King sandwich.
We did, and we talked about earlier the 11 points that he has so far. His third goal has been mostly, 9 points, but third goal, not make it 10 points, but one of the most productive players on this team, Max Whopper, and the graduate senior, strikes first here early.
A much-needed first goal by the Blue Streaks, and I don't know if we've seen a team score on this Colonials team at home within the first minute and a half of a game since we've been streaming. That's a very quick goal and silences the crowd, really takes the home advantage away from the Colonials, and I'll tell you what, that is critical for John Carroll. They need to keep up this momentum.
There's something I've seen from the Colonials is when they go down, they've bounced back in a big way. And we saw it with the Buffalo game. They were trailing by 3, somehow made it out within to 1. Couldn't finish the deal, but at least they had the effort to get a couple of goals back. So if they can find a way to just get one here early, and we're back to pretty much a 0-0 score.
Yeah, and they're going to need one. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking at Alejandro Apud de la Fuente to get that first goal for the Colonials. I'd really like to see Apud get on the board early. He's done good since he's gotten acclimated with this U.S. ice and U.S. game. Has a lot of caps, really, with the Mexican World Junior team. Joins us here, and we'll actually have another national coming in next semester that I don't think we should really talk about until he debuts on the ice. But Apud definitely brings some added grit to this team. Out in front, a shot. Laid down and blocked by number 18 for the Colonials, Connor Moran, and I'll tell you what, he's hurt. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's 28, Austin Albert. He's down, favoring that wrist. Hopefully he's okay. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Goes in, takes a body. Oh, very sloppy play there by number 10, Cameron Smith for the Colonials. I'll tell you what, very sloppy play so far in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. Colonials really have not been out of their zone with dangerous chances since the first line got off the ice at the very beginning. And if Albert's hurt, he needs to get off the ice quick, and he doesn't have a chance. He's going to dump that, and he's not able to get out as he blocks another shot, but that's going to be knocked off for an offsides, and he's going to go right to the bench.
It looks like he's okay, though. Not favoring the wrist too much going on to the bench, just shaking it off a little bit. But back to Alejandro Apud, as you previously mentioned. 3 goals in 2 games last week against Buffalo, including his first in a Colonial sweater. So it's good to see that depth scoring and him kind of getting acclimated really quickly to Colonial ice.
Yeah, for a player that I think once he gets fully up to speed and starts playing his best hockey, I don't think he'll be a depth piece much longer. I think he'll fit right in on that second line if there is an injury that gives him that opportunity. I don't think he'll be on the third and fourth line much longer once he starts to get some more ice time for these Colonials. Blue Streaks trying to carry this one out. Nice press there. Robert Byrne really forechecking, trying to keep John Carroll at least honest so they can't cheat up. Dumped in, Andrew Finnegan. Ends up losing that puck, taken out, picked off by Draper. Colonials chop at that one in front of their own bench, and it goes all the way down to the John Carroll zone. The defenseman, number 10 for them, Carlo Bertoni, able to corral that, gets it to his defensive partner, and the John Carroll Blue Streaks are on their way out. Carry it forward. Draper's going to try and get that. Number 27 for the Blue Streaks accidentally runs into the referee there. Picked up by the Colonials in their own zone. Andrew Finnegan, line change for John Carroll. They have some time. Trying to send that out with a pick pass to Adamski. Unable to find its way through. Finnegan's just going to try and dump this one in. Palumbo's chasing. Hard forecheck by Palumbo. The Blue Streaks pick it up. Knocked back in. Kramer out front. Palumbo throws it on net and a good save by Muane. Carrying it out. Blue Streak. Richter throws it in. Rutherford stops it behind his own net. Tossed back behind. Two players run into each other there for the Colonials. As Loges and Adamski ran into each other, covering the middle. Kramer trying to knock this one forward. Gets it past the defenseman. Oh, what a dangle, but a good poke check by number 4. Tristan Wygand for the Blue Streaks. What a needed defensive play by him. We know how Kramer can be when he gets all alone in the slot.
Nice the deadliest players.
For sure. He's a very dangerous player when he gets alone in the slot, and he has the hands to make anything happen. All the way down for an icing, going to be touched up by Hunter Hodgson. And the Colonials are going to have an offensive face-off as the first line changes.
We talk about Kramer and his deadliness, and if he gets an open space, I mean, he's not going to make any mistakes, and that just shows on his point streak right now. 8 goals, 16 points, kind of even 8 and 8 right now. But Adamski has 10 goals. I mean, they've been dishing back and forth between those two, and that's a force to be reckoned with on the ice.
I'll tell you what, Apud is on the second line.
Yes, he's been circling with the second and third line. It's been him and a couple other guys switching in and out.
Trying to find the right fit, I'm sure, for Joseph's team here. We're going to see if he can step it up. Maybe he can cement himself on that second line. Maybe even push Palumbo. Who knows?
Maybe.
That would be a nice battle. Shot from the point, blocked by the John Carroll player. Stick up high, incidental, sent all the way down in. Picked up by Mickey, who sends it back behind to Reed. Out in front, picked up by number 15, Max Richter for the Blue Streaks. Sends it all the way down to Albert, who is back on the ice. Quick line change by the Blue Streaks. Reed for the Colonials, out in front of his net. Dances back behind. Sent out, Mickey. Hits the skate of the Blue Streaks player, able to fish it forward, which was a nice play there, and pressing is Apud. Reed's going to go off. Oh, nope, he's just going to circle around, stays on. Deacon sends it around. Whopperer, the goal scorer for the Blue Streaks. Nice behind-the-back pass, but unfortunately no one there for him. Gets caught up on the zebra. Sent all the way back in. Long stretch pass, intercepted by John Carroll. Colonials on a quick change. Dropped off, Deacon spins it around, sends it in to the Colonial zone. Apud tries to stop that one, a very tough pass, but trying to keep this one out. Walker able to throw that one out. Colonials look a little disheveled at the moment. They're not really holding their shape well. Albert behind the net trying to pinch it, knocks him off. It's a big body to be thrown around back there. I don't know if you want to play with Albert, even if he is hurt.
Oh, yeah. Him and McCrory, that pair together has the size, the height. I mean, they're definitely a force between those two back there.
And they're not afraid to use their height either.
Oh, no.
All the way down. Finnegan not able to hit that puck. That is going to be a delayed icing. Colonials get an offensive face-off here, as it looks like the first line's coming back out. Coach Joseph's had enough. He wants to see a goal on the board, so he sends out the best line he's got. Draper's still out there with Finnegan as well.
The one thing I've noticed, CJ, is like you said, it's been sloppy play. But the good thing in the Colonial favor is there's time. And there's enough time to fix it.
Oh, plenty of time. We haven't even got through 10 minutes. They've had a couple good chances on Muane, who has come up big with a couple of really tough saves, all things considered. A nice play there by Palumbo to fire it out and around. Draper steps up on that one, and the puck still goes all the way out. Picked up by Finnegan. One-man change. Finnegan tries to throw that up. Kramer tries to tip it forward. And a good play there by number 10, Bertoni, to keep it out. Her in chase. 17 on 17. Her on Draper. Draper wins this one. Finnegan now looking for a play out. Gets it out of his zone. Kramer's going to try and shovel that one. It lands back at his feet again. What a play off the boards. Roman Kramer carries it forward. Can he get a second one? A nice defensive play by Peyton Fogarty, the leading point scorer for the John Carroll team. Fogarty now with the puck. Nice show of hands there as he's going to carry it forward. Gotta like an old school jersey tuck in the back.
It is. The Chris Letang kind of look.
Palumbo fires it off the boards. Picked up. It's Byrne. Byrne loses the puck, but he's able to throw that one in. Back behind the net, dangerous play, almost intercepted by Kramer. Well, Gregory Kramer, not Roman Kramer.
It's
The
weird having
cousin.
2 Kramers now,
I
right?
forgot about it, to be honest with you, because I've only casted one game where he was in the game. His cousin, Greg Kramer, a freshman from Carnegie, PA. Circling behind Loges. There's a delayed penalty now. Rutherford's going to go off. RMU's going to go on the power play, and a little miscommunication there. Byrne and Greg Kramer get a little confused on who's going to take what. And now we're going to go on the power play. We're going to see the Colonials' debut of the power play tonight. Hopefully, they need a goal here. This is going to be a huge power play.
Their power play has been very good successfully. In the Buffalo series Friday night, between the first 2 periods, I think they went 3 for 3. After that, there was about 10 minutes of straight 4-on-4, 3-on-3. It was quite the mess, but when it actually mattered 5-on-4, the Colonials capitalized. It's one of their strong suits so far, and having pretty much 5 forwards on the ice in some way kind of helps.
Number 27, Max Kurth Gruzinski for John Carroll goes to the box. 2 minutes for, I believe it was boarding
I believe so.
or charging. I got to get better with the hand signals from the referee because they don't announce it until afterwards. Sent all the way down. John Carroll's going to get it clear. Chasing it. Hunter Hodgson. Hodgson.
Roughing.
It's 2 minutes for roughing. Okay. Kramer. Long pass to Adamski, who holds it on the line. Adamski waiting. Shovels it over to Hodgson. He has a little bit of time. He's able to pick that up. I'll tell you what, Hunter Hodgson on the first pairing for this power play. Not something I saw when we casted the game before, but he gets a shot on net. It's loose, and they score. That might be Hodgson from the point. It might have been tipped in by Mickey. Regardless, the Colonials are on the board. Only needed 45 seconds to do so.
I think they're going to give this one to Hodgson. Mickey immediately pointed right to Hodgson's stick. If it is Hodgson, that is his 2nd goal of the season. And what a play from the freshman. The confidence to take that shot in the slot. I mean, you do not see it every day from a young defenseman like that.
Just needed to get the puck on net, and I'll tell you what, it worked well. As the Colonials are back on the board, tie this game up. You know, statistically, Rutherford only lets up 1.
Yeah.
Statistically, his goals against average is only 1.
Right.
So we're going to have to see if John Carroll can get a second one on the board. I'd hedge my bets right now. I bet the FanDuel ranking is still in the favor of RMU.
I'd like to think so. I'd hope at least.
RMU taking on the money line there. Sent in, saved by Muane. Number 18 throws it in, Connor Moran.
Mickey.
Moran throws it around, out to the point. Albert. They credited the goal to Mickey. Assist from Hodgson, but that's going to be an offside touch by Moran.
So it'll be Mickey's 5th goal of the season. Palumbo's 13th assist. As he has been just dishing it out to these guys so far this season. Only 1 goal though, but hey, a point's a point in his book.
Well, I'll tell you what, on that top line, he's not the goal scorer there. He's not. His job is not to score goals. That's Kramer and Adamski. That's their job to score goals. And his job is just to be responsible defensively, feed the puck to them, and work the zone. That's Palumbo's job, and he's been doing it well. That's why he's still on that first line.
It's a perfect fit.
A toe save by number 31, Muane, and the shot came in from Garrett Walker. I'll tell you what, if that hit him right on the toe, that hurts.
Yeah, not a lot of protection there at all in that boot of the skate.
Chopped in, Cam Smith dumps it in, and in chase is Walker still, who pins the John Carroll defenseman on the boards. Sent out, intercepted by Cam Smith. Throws that in, just gets it past the stick of Walker, and it's going to be intercepted by the Blue Streaks. Sent all the way down. Rutherford taps it up right in front of the Pepsi logo. Picked up by Macrio Costas as he carries it forward, throws it in high off the glass, but stays in. Look at the pace from Macrio Costas to chase his own puck. The big man can skate.
He really can. There's a reason why they call him the Greek Freak, CJ. He is a freak of nature, I'll tell you that.
Unfortunately, Reed loses the puck at the point. Draper gets beat. Shot comes in, saved by Rutherford. Thrown behind the net, and RMU's going to try and get this one out. Apud takes a stick up high. No call from the ref. He takes a stick very much high, and he's down.
Oh, he is not.
He's in tough shape. Apud is down. Rutherford swallows that one, and Apud is in bad shape. The referee did not catch the stick up high, and he's in tough shape.
Yeah, I think that got him right underneath the visor there, and
I think it hit him right in the
neck.
Adam's
Yeah.
apple. That hurts.
that is the one spot where there's not a lot of protection as well. And I don't know. I didn't really see the stick, so I can't argue if there should have been a call
no,
or.
I saw the stick, but the angle that we were at, and I'll tell you what, the ref couldn't see it. So I'm not even going to blame the ref on that one because
Yeah.
there was no shot he could have seen that. The way the position was for the John Carroll defenseman kind of swooped in and blocked the stick that went up high. But when a pood goes down, you got to think something happened and you got to throw up your hand.
Yeah, no whistle at all either, but it.
No, when you have a player
Yeah.
down, I mean, what are you going to do? Joseph giving the referee an earful. Again, I don't really blame the ref for that one. What a nice play by Adamski to stay on side. Carries it in, dangles his way through. It's still loose out in front, picked up by Kramer, who dropped it for Adamski. But unfortunately, John Carroll's going to carry this one out. Her throws that one in. A nice little chip by her, too. And a save by Rutherford. And I'll tell you what, RMU is going to get a little chippy after that one. They're not pleased.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a late stick tap, but you got to play to the whistle. And I respect 17 from JCU there, Sam Herr, for just driving till the whistle stops. That's what you want any forward to do.
Did you see that little chip as well? Like, he redirected
Yeah.
the puck out and around the defenseman towards the net and almost beat him on the outside. That was a very good play by
And
Herr.
now the score clock's out again. This happened during our game against Buffalo on Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter because the viewers got the right score clock.
We
because
do.
we have a veteran working the score clock tonight.
Hats off to the crew next to us. They do a great job over there. And then we're back on now, so we're good to go.
Whopperer loses the face-off, and RMU's going to try and carry this one out. Kramer settles it over to Palumbo. In for Kramer. Picks up that puck. Oh, can't corral it. Still loose, but still a chance here. Palumbo comes in with the body. Loose into the corner. A nice play by John Carroll to get this one out. Just past the stick of Adamski. Putnam coming through. A nice skate. Hunter Hodgson with a good play. Hodgson now with the puck. Carrying it forward. No pressure right now. Drops it off. Shot. Palumbo whiffs on it. It's still loose. Muane tries to get it. Wraparound chance. Still loose. What a play by Hunter Hodgson. Not able to capitalize, but the last chance puck shot. Able to get it there.
Hodgson just refusing to give up. And the confidence, just taking it himself along the wall, recognizing his players trailing behind with a nice drop pass. Picks up his own rebound and tries to wrap around, but the netminder for JCU. The phenomenal play sliding just to make that save.
He's a freshman. He's only played 7 games.
Exactly. It's so
of
impressive.
ACHA D1 club hockey, and I'll tell you what, he has the confidence right now. I was concerned going into this season that this team would miss Harbison a lot unless they picked up a solid two-way defenseman, and I think Hodgson might be that guy.
He definitely has the looks of it so far.
We just have to get Mr. Harbison, Braden Harbison's father, to come out here and have him run sprints at 5 in the morning.
Yes, we do miss.
Get that cardio up.
We do miss Mr. Harbison here. It's definitely one of the key factors in making this place such a great environment.
I like to think that he still listens from time to time.
I hope he does. We miss you, Mr. Harbison, if you are listening.
Sent behind the net, picked up by John Carroll. We're going to try and carry this one forward. Lamarck loses that one. And it's going to be taken the other way from Zach Love. Into the offensive zone, drops it off. Byrne unable to hold that, but a good step up by the defenseman, and they're going to keep it in. Drops it out in front. Byrne was there for the chance, but it was tipped aside by the defenseman for John Carroll. I believe that was number 2, Gazdak. All the way over. Zach Love is absolutely gassed, so Albert's going to pick it up, send it in on net. Muane's going to freeze this one. That's exactly what RMU wanted to happen. They can get a fresh line out there, and they have an offensive zone faceoff with 6:53 to go in the period.
This third line that they're sending out here, CJ, is one of the best third lines I've seen calling games before. The depth on this team from top to bottom, you can plug and play any player from any of the scratches or just any mixed match, and it would somehow still work for Coach Joseph's team.
You know what they remind me of? Just about every single player on this third and fourth line, they have that Brandon Tanev mentality.
They kind of do. I could definitely see
of
that.
Just go, 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 get in the corners, doesn't matter, get shots on net, get pucks in deep. Like, that's the mentality that the third and fourth line have. High energy, that's really the identity lines. The third and fourth line is what wins you cups. A nice hit onto the wall as Racker goes hard into the wall by Finnegan. Loose out in front, Smith unable to corral that one at the point. Shot, Young misses the net. Chopped at, a nice play there by number 27, Garrett Walker for the Colonials to just get that out, but not far enough that it's an icing. Pressing in Connor Moran. I almost said Colin Moran again.
The Pirates legend.
The Pirates legend. Behind the net, Young looks for an outlet. Gets it all the way down, just past Draper's stick. That's going to go behind the net, and that's going to be a whistle.
For RMU, let's see what line they put out here now. They're going back to that second unit. Well, this second unit, this could easily be a goal here for any of these three. All three can score. All three can even take the face-off if you want them to. It's kind of just a, well, like I said, mix and match. Choose your weapon here and see what happens.
Pood is back on the ice. He is back on the ice. He missed a shift, but he's back now. We'll have to keep an eye on him, make sure that he's still okay. But judging by the fact that he went back out there, he's a fighter.
He's a hockey player.
Racker with a nice play. Around Hodgson, picked up by a Pood. Looking for a nice play, a little shifty dangle. Gets through there, loses the puck, but still able to corral that. Carries it forward to Pood, follows forward. Miller picks it up for John Carroll. The Blue Streaks circle right in front of the Chick-fil-A wall. Carrying it forward is Fogarty. Sends it all the way down in. Hodgson's going to pick this up. Fires it out and around. Oh, what a nice play. That was a lucky bounce by a Pood who gets it all the way out. Reed chasing. Oh, can't keep it in, but it's still going to be picked up by Loges. So Army still has a chance here as Palumbo walks it in, has Mickey with him, unable to get the feed through Fogarty. Out in front, off the skate. Fogarty's going to pick up that puck, almost scores on Wayne. I'll tell you what, his jersey's ripped.
I didn't even see that. Wow.
Number 19. Oh, loose out in front. Second chance, still loose. Dangerous play. Back behind the net. RMU, nice little kip up there on number 19, Joe Primiano. Hodgson throws it out. Kramer tries to get around Fogarty. Fogarty plays the body. Kramer forgets the puck. Loges picks up the puck behind the net. Parker was there, stopping it for him, and Hodgson now has the puck. Flips it up, goes through the bars. Sent all the way down back in. Hits the UPMC health plan. Palumbo locks up on the wall. Looking for a play out. Keith Reed drops it off. Loges to Draper. Draper looking for a pass as he's going to carry it forward. Tries to dump it in, but another good stick. That one by Sean Deacon, but it's still loose out in front. Moyne takes a shot right to the face. A wind-up shot by Kramer. That one hurt. Albert throws it against the wall. Tapped up Adamski. Back behind the net, Gazdak. Tries to send that one out. Oh, gets right through Adamski's skates. Whopperer back to Gazdak. Out to Deacon. Deacon carrying forward, drops it off to Putnam. Fires it on net. Adamski wheeling, no stick for Parker. Gets the puck, gets the stick back over to him. Sorry about that. Gets the stick back over him. That was Macrio Costas who gave the stick to him. If you've never played goaltender, it is very, very difficult to play without your stick.
Yes.
Sends it all the way in. Oh! Oh, it's so close. Almost gets in there calling for the buzzer, but that was not a goal. Sitting on the red line. Muane's in shambles. Is that Bobrovsky?
Oh, my goodness.
Sent all the way down. Albert touches that one up. Shades of Ilya Brizgalov down there. Almost let that one in. I could keep naming goaltenders for the Flyers, and that'll still count for all of them. Steve Mason, does that one ring a bell?
That's a classic one. Marty Baron?
Marty Baron.
Michael Layton's my favorite one, I think. How did he lead the Flyers to a Stanley Cup? I still do not understand that one.
Well, Kimo Timonen and Chris Pronger did it. It wasn't Michael Layton.
Flyers legend.
Behind the net, John Carroll picks up the puck. 2:30 to go in the first period. Still sitting there off the skate of the John Carroll player. RMU's going to try and recover. I wish we could see an instant replay of that from a close angle. How close was that to getting over the line? Are you kidding me?
That had to have just sat right on the inside of the post almost.
Oh, everyone was screaming. I was screaming. I wanted that to go in. Fogarty skates over the Clearview line. Forward, looking for a shot. Oh, tries to loop it out in front. A nice save by Parker. 2:02 left in the first period. What a close one down there. Muane, after taking a shot to the face, almost lets one in off of a rebound. I'll tell you what, the shots that have come in on him have been shaky.
Yeah.
They have been shaky from the shots out here. He's not seeing the puck well on rebounds. I would like to see, in the second period, this Colonials team get more pressure in front of the net, because I don't know if Muane is all that solid down there.
Just looking from a stat perspective, a 317 goals against and a 913 save percentage. It's solid, but it shows there's some shaky stats in there.
The save percentage is really good.
Yes.
But Well, a 913 is good. I wouldn't say it's very good. Parker has a very good save percentage at 968. But a 913 isn't bad. That is a very serviceable goaltender. But the 3+ goals against average, you don't want to see that.
You know, especially from a starter as well.
Well, that just means he's getting a lot of shots against them.
Yes.
But I haven't seen this. I mean, this defense has looked pretty good for the Blue Streaks. I don't see how they're getting this many shots against them. Sent down behind. Finnegan gets that puck over to Moran. Gets challenged on the boards, picked up. Finnegan yet again, throws it into the corner, takes a hard hit from Racker. Shot. That was a tight angle by Tyler Kovac. Finnegan tries to pick up that one, but Herr comes the other way. I'm sorry, that's Miller. Over to Richter, shot goes wide. Reed loses that puck along the boards, picked up by Apud. Tries to get that over to Mickey, but unable to do so as Gazdak picks that one off. Thrown forward, a nice play by Mickey to skate that one down, but carried forward with speed. John Carroll player tucks it behind. Oh, that was a close one. Parker loses the stick. The Colonials get it clear. What a great play by the defense for these Colonials, but what a play by the forward for John Carroll.
He absolutely just walked right through the defense, but Hodgson, Reed, Finnegan close the gap, and Rutherford finishes off with a save. And then a wise play just to send it and get it out of there, prevent any other chances from happening. But
Deacon,
what a move by Deacon.
Deacon almost pulled that behind and was able to tuck it behind the pad of Parker. Gazdak sends it to his D partner. At the point, sends it in. What a pass. Deacon can't corral that. He whiffed on that one. Taken down, the Colonial player. Oh, he's tied up as well. That's Hodgson gets thrown down on the ice. Deacon with that one, and they were going to call a penalty on that one. That is going to be interference for sure.
Yep.
Reed whiffs on that one, touched up by John Carroll. RMU is going to get a power play, and that was a tough play by Deacon.
It was. He had a wide open chance over on the dot, just fanned on it. I mean, this score could easily be 3-2, 3-3, vice versa, both ways. The chances are there for both sides, but
they're not clean.
They're not clean chances.
And that's showing how good both defenses are and how good the team game is, because they're not able to work their offensive progression in there, and they're not able to get good opportunities unless they're on a man advantage or one sneaks in.
If I get the number here, I know the call is holding, just from the official sign
It
from
was
the
16.
referee.
It was Sean Deacon.
Okay, so Deacon for a hold.
So it
is
was a
the
hold
call.
then? Okay, because he was holding him. He grabbed him by the neck and threw him on the ground. I couldn't tell if it was maybe unnecessary roughness or roughing in general, but they're going to call him for holding. So RMU is going to go on the power play. If they don't score in the next 13 seconds, they are going to go ahead and carry this power play to the second period. But let's see if they can get one here. Mickey lines up for the face-off. They have Adamski and Palumbo ready for shots. Face-off won by John Carroll. They can't clear it out. Now they do. It goes all the way down as the seconds tick off the clock, and the Colonials are going to carry this power play to the second period unless something miraculous happens. As we get down to the final second, shot high, and that is the end of the period. Game is tied 1-1, and RMU is going to continue this power play going into the second period. 1:47 left on that power play. So I'll tell you what, RMU's looks pretty good, but at the same time, it took them a very, very long time to get comfortable. And if they didn't have that power play, I don't think it would be a 1-1 game right now.
It's just taking advantage of the opportunities presented to them. I mean, the shaky start, it happens to every team. But getting that goal on the power play was absolutely huge for them, especially coming from the big guns. And even throwing in Hunter Hodgson, I guess you put his name into the big gun category at this point now.
I'll tell you what, he's looking really strong, and I'd like to see what he can do in the second period, because I can guarantee you he's out there for PP1. I can guarantee you that he's going to be putting shots on net. And I think that's what you have to do, because Muane has not looked very strong tonight. Yeah. And I think if we can get some shots on him from far away, he's having trouble seeing the puck. Get bodies in front of the crease, get Palumbo down there, get Cam Smith down there, get them in front of the net, start causing problems, and work the puck. Because if you can start getting some tips or maybe just some lucky bounces, I think this could be a very favorable matchup for RMU going into the second period.
It easily could be. I mean, all it takes is one, right?
Yeah, and we saw the one that went through. I mean, that wasn't even – the puck came from the point. It wasn't very hard. It wasn't a very accurate shot. It was a puck on net. the puck went up off of a rebound, Mickey smacks it into the net, or it goes in by itself. The jury's out on that one. We don't have VAR. We can't see.
Yeah, I wish we did, but
I'll tell you what, they got to get shots on Moyne because he doesn't look very strong down there. He's not seeing the puck well. I think we just need to get some shots on net. I know it's annoying saying pucks in deep every week, but get pucks in deep, work the corners, work your game, and start utilizing that defense because there haven't been many shots from the point unless they were on the power play.
right.
All right, everyone, that is going to be the first intermission report, I guess. We'll be back in about 11 minutes to start the second period, but we'll be back with you shortly. We'll see you in about 11 minutes. Welcome back, everyone, back here to the Clearview Ice Arena for the second period of tonight's matchup between the John Carroll University Blue Streaks and your Robert Morris University Colonials. A small change from what we did earlier in the first period. We will actually have two cameras now. Our second camera showed up from the basketball stream earlier. It is here now, so we can say hi to Alex, who's all the way down there. So we will eventually be switching back and forth between those two whenever it accounts for when to switch it over. But starting the second period, the Colonials are on the power play for another minute and 40-ish seconds until they score or until the penalty's over.
It looks from the start of it, we are going to get the same look as we had before. And this is, as mentioned, this is the only goal the Colonials have scored was on the power play from Hunter Hodgson. Nate Mickey off the shot of Hunter Hodgson. But having this group out here, it's a mix of the veterans and then the young guns, but it's a powerful group, and they need to get going early here. To get this early lead, I mean...
Graduate, senior, junior, freshman.
Yeah. And usually it's Draper back there, so the switch up of having a senior now with a freshman.
Well, I bet that's to balance out the lines, if we're being honest. Like, I think they'd rather have Draper out there. But in this case, Hodgson works, so we might as well run it. At least that's how they're feeling. 4 on the ice for John Carroll, 5 on the ice for RMU. Waiting on the goaltenders to ready up. Moyne still in net. Parker still in net. No changes on that front. Both goalies look pretty solid. Apart from some of the vision issues that we saw out of Moyne, so we'll see what happens there. Rutherford stops it behind his net. Kramer was there, drops it off for Hodgson, out to Palumbo. Palumbo tries to find Kramer far side, does get there. Mickey out front. Picks that up, back to Hodgson. Hodgson fires it down out in front, and intercepted by the John Carroll defenseman. Minute 24 to go on the power play. In the box, if we remember, Sean Deacon, 2 minutes for holding. Long outlet pass to Palumbo, can't corral that, and we're going to have an icing. Minute 11 to go on the power play, and RMU not coming out very strong here in the first 37 seconds of this power play, and period.
It's looking a lot similar to what we saw in the beginning of the first period. It just kind of takes them a couple minutes, I think, to just get their legs under them. I mean, this is a crucial time for them to possibly take advantage of the scoreboard and the odd man opportunity, but they do look shaky to start, and an opportunity there. Oh my.
Shorthanded chance out front. Palumbo loses the initial faceoff. Miller takes it and gets it over to Racker for a quick shot. Parker paying attention. Kramer now with the puck, carrying it forward, tries to dangle around the defenseman, does so, holds strong, kicks towards the net, it's loose, and they're going to call for an icing. A nice play by Moyne to hold on to that one. I thought that might have been kicked in if it ended up being a goal, so I'm almost happy that there was a stoppage there so we didn't have any issues.
There's 3 white sweaters all gathered around there, all sticks flying, and 3 blue streaks as well. If there's a chance I was going to go in, I'm not sure who would even get credit for it with the amount of bodies in front of the net. But Moyne somehow, with his vision, somehow corrals that and gets the whistle.
All that matters is for the white jerseys, not for the blue ones.
Yes.
That's all that matters for me. That puck gets cleared all the way out. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Parker's going to settle it. Kramer comes back around, picks up this puck. Hodgson behind him, perhaps a drop pass. He's going to carry it himself. Goes all the way down, looking for some more speed. Tries to get around the John Carroll defenseman. He's able to control it. Gets it out to Adamski. Low pass, dangerous. Adamski still has control of this puck. Sends it back down to Kramer. Kramer out to Hodgson. Hodgson down to Adamski. Adamski with the shot, and he scores! What a cannon from right below the goal line. Adamski gets that high above Moyne off of a feed from Hodgson, who has his second point of the night, and the captain gets one back.
his 11th of the season as London Bridge plays in celebration, but my goodness, what a shot by Adamski. No one around him and puts it right over the goalie's shoulder. And he said he was washed before the game. I don't think you are, Mr. Adamski.
He did in fact say that he was washed before the game. After
definitely
he
isn't
scored
now.
his 100th too long ago. Most people don't even have a point in the ACHA.
Let alone 100.
Yeah, let alone 100. Cam Smith sends that one in, tied up, unfortunately. Was Moran who wasn't able to control that puck. Behind the net, John Carroll for a pass out, almost intercepted by Moran, but into the boards, Finnegan, high hit, and there's gonna be a penalty on that one. RMU touches up, and RMU's gonna go on the penalty kill. That was a high hit, it was a heavy hit. It might have been charging, we'll see what the call is.
Maybe an elbow. I don't know if the elbow might have got high.
Maybe an elbow. I mean, that was a very high hit from Finnegan. I don't think he was, like, aiming for the head. They're calling elbowing. Yeah, that's a tough play. Finnegan to the box. RMU goes on the penalty kill. Not a good time after you just scored your go-ahead goal not too long ago.
Well, it's the first chance to see the Blue Streaks power play. We know they score goals in depth. I mean, there's not one specific guy who kind of runs away with it. It's pretty much that. So we're not sure how this power play will operate, but we'll find out here in the next 2 minutes.
Albert back for the PK. Puck taken by Deacon. Out to the point. Gazdak down to Whopperer. Back to Gazdak. Holding the line. Whopperer with the shot that goes wide. Fogarty along the wall. Can Adamski pick it up? Oh, a nice play by the defenseman. Albert can't control that. Fired off the wall but kept in. Gazdak has it. Far side. Whopperer walks in. Down behind the net. Albert watching him. Out to the point. Gazdak winds up. Settles it. Back to Fogarty. Back to Whopperer. They're looking to set up Whopperer for the Ovechkin one-timer over there. And I'll tell you what, Stamkos has been doing that well so far this season in the NHL. Taken forward, Adamski tied up, taken down, and they're going to call that one. And the penalty kill is going to end with a minute 9 seconds killed, or with a minute 9 seconds remaining, to the box. Again, for the second time tonight, Sean Deacon for tripping.
I got to say, this penalty kill, we've seen it in this game, we've seen it in previous games. That unit of Adamski and Kramer, I mean, those two almost make it seem like it's even strength or even an advantage for them. They have so much room to work with.
That is a very aggressive penalty kill.
Yes, and it works.
It works very well. Because, I mean, those two have an extremely high hockey IQ, and they're able to read the play and able to transition so well. But we will have about 69 or 69 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Number 18, Commendatore in the box. I thought it was number 6. It is number 16.
Deacon.
It's Sean Deacon.
It's just a mistake on the PA announcer.
Sean Deacon, 2 minutes for hooking. Far past to Palumbo. Palumbo can't corral that. It goes out and around. Played out against the wall. Palumbo beats the icing. John Carroll corrals that puck. 36 seconds remaining in 4-on-4 time. Behind the net, Wygand looking for a pass out. Finds one. Hitting Ryan Young. Carries it into the offensive zone for John Carroll. Out to the point, drops it off. Wygand, what a nice play by Miller and Wygand. Oh, and a tough play here. Palumbo sends it out, and here comes Hodgson, the freshman, in a lone shot, saved by Moyne. Up into the netting, a great play. Hodgson gets saved on the breakaway there. 13 seconds to go, 4v4. Much needed save by Moyne.
I think it might have skied off the stick of Moyne and into the netting. But a great chance for Hodgson. Not a lot of chances as a defenseman where you get to set yourself free on a breakaway. I mean, the confidence on this freshman to just take it and rip one. Not trying to be too fancy and put the moves on. With a decent shot, but Moyne with just an even better stick.
Did you see him throw his head back? Homie, you have a 2-point night. It's like you have a 2-point night right now.
The confidence on this kid is just ridiculous.
Kramer's going to do the right thing, carry it down, kill the 4-on-4. The 4-on-4 is now over. 51 seconds left of a power play. Can the Colonials capitalize? Carrying it forward, hits Mickey. Mickey throws it in. Still there. Still onside. Adamski with a nice play. Hodgson down underneath. Palumbo. Palumbo tried to get it across to Kramer. Unfortunate, not able to do so. Hodgson back to Adamski, 30 seconds remaining. Another rush chance. Hodgson fires it forward, picked up by Mickey. Mickey carries it forward. Mickey into the zone, looking for a pass opportunity. Carries it all the way down behind the net along the Pepsi wall, out to Kramer. Kramer has a chance with the shot. Goes just wide. Hodgson, dives for that one. Able to keep the line. What a play by Palumbo. Unfortunately unable to capitalize, and there's a chance coming the other direction. Racker with an opportunity. The shot saved by Parker. Sent all the way down. A nice play by Mickey. An opportunity here. Kramer out in front. Shot backhand. Adamski with the shot. What a save by Muane. And that's the end of the power play. 2 quick chances, one for each side. And the goaltender stands strong.
Are you kidding me? The give and go from Mickey to Kramer. The stretch pass across to Adamski. But Moyne standing on his head yet again. If it wasn't for him, I believe this score could be 4-1, even 5-1 at this point. The chances are rolling for the men in white.
Cam Smith lines up for this faceoff. Drops that one over to Deacon, who gets dropped by Draper. Cam Smith picks up the puck, tries to send that one across, tipped ahead. Number 3 back there, Aiden Conway, the late addition to the roster. Another big hit, Draper. Putnam. Another big hit. Finnegan with that one.
Defense not afraid to get physical right now.
Finnegan plays the puck along the wall. Corrals that one. Tough play. John Carroll out front. Putnam with the shot. Blocked by Draper. Still loose out in front. Draper eats that one. Reverse hit. Drops the John Carroll player. Draper's throwing his body around early. Conway back on the line. Throws it down. Hand pass. Cam Smith touched by the John Carroll player. Carries it forward. Shot. Off the post. Moran with that opportunity. Finnegan picks up the puck in front of the John Carroll bench. Throws that right to a John Carroll player. It's her. Picked up. Commentatore. Permiano hit against the wall. Intercepted by Finnegan. A nice play by Finnegan to keep that forward. Sent all the way down. Greg Kramer throws it all the way down. Moyne's going to stop that one. Thrown out her. Long stretch pass. Nice poke check out of the zone. Albert throws it over. Macrio Costas. Intercepted pass by John Carroll. The active sticks for the Blue Streaks are really showing up. And Macrio Costas buries Primiano. Far side. That was high. That was dangerous.
That was a little close.
Kovac going to pick this puck up. No forward movement thus far as now the puck gets tipped all the way down in. Wygand back for John Carroll. John Carroll now trying to carry this one out. Turns the puck over to Kovac, who's going to corral that. Throws it back to Macrio Costas. Over to Albert. Back across to his D partner. Looking for an outlet pass. Just shovels it. Lamarck there for John Carroll. Macrio Costas loses the puck. Carried forward. Deflected by Albert. Loose out in front. Another good save by Parker as that was a dangerous angle. Out front. It's loose. Picked up by Kovac. RMU's coming the other direction. Unable to hold. The Blue Streaks putting on a lot of offensive pressure here in the past few minutes. Puck along the boards. Kicked out. John Carroll with the puck in the offensive zone for them. Albert stands up on that one. Throws it across. Is there an opportunity here as Rob Byrne can't beat the player to the puck. That was number 10, Bertoni. Lamarck forward now for the Blue Streaks. Low shot saved by Parker. Back behind the net, picked up. Loose out in front again. Albert throws this out. I'll tell you what, that was 2 very strong minutes by this John Carroll team, hemming RMU in their own zone. They get an icing, and Parker is exhausted.
Can't blame him. He's been standing tall so far, and only 1 goal against to his name so far. But the defense of RMU, it's been hits and it's been block shots, and that's been the story of their defense. Finnegan with a huge hit. Draper's had a couple. Albert's eating shots. Macro Costas the same. I mean, this defense, you have your offensive weapons, and then you have the guys who just eat pucks and take it.
Racker shot low. Puck still loose. Racker out in front again. The shot comes last. Picked up by Miller. Tries to get it out in front. John Carroll's MO right now in the offensive zone is just keep throwing it towards the crease. Keep throwing it in the low slot. I don't care if anyone's there. Just keep throwing it there. Miller plays this one along the wall. Loose out in front. Out to the point. Richter. Over to Fogarty. Back to the point, intercepted by Mickey. Mickey's gonna beat his man. He's carrying forward. Nathan Mickey with the shot, saved by Moyne.
What a chance for 14 and white there.
Mickey has another opportunity now with the puck down low. Gets it to Apud. Apud trying to get this puck. It's gonna go all the way down. Loges is gonna get there. Fresh line out for RMU, going to the second line now as Loges is gonna send this one all the way down. Puck stopped behind by the netminder. Bertoni loses that one, but is able to pick it up. It's Apud. Apud out in front of Mickey in the high slot. Still kept. Loges, chance, shot deflected by Apud. Just goes wide. You can hear the John Carroll bench lighting up because of a blocked shot. If RMU did that, they wouldn't stop clapping.
So many block shots. I mean, it'd be continuous for about minutes straight. I mean,
what
after
a play
that
by Hodgson. Little Toey. Jumps over the Loges stick. John Carroll's going to do a quick change. Loges going to spin around looking for an outlet. A quick one. Goes all the way down behind the net. Picked up off the wall. Oh, a nice play by Hodgson to hold that shot high. Reed going to stop along the wall. Tries to fire this one down underneath. He's actually going to control the puck very nicely. Across to Palumbo. He has Hodgson up top. Throws it back door to Kramer, who whiffs on that one. Kramer behind the net. Bodies him. Plays hard. Hits the goalie in the face mask again. Mask is broken, so we're going to have a whistle. A good play by Moyne to knock that mask off quickly as he broke the strap.
I would not like to be a goaltender that has to go up against Roman Kramer's shot by any means. That is the second time I think he's caught him up high again with a shot. You ever play goaltender at all, CJ?
I did. A lot. And that's not fun.
That's not. Just from the small sample size I've had, never anything up high towards the helmet.
No, because you immediately flinch. It's your reaction to flinch.
Yeah.
And it's tough because you can't flinch.
Yeah. It's something that you kind of just have to learn over time as a goaltender. I mean, when you have a shot coming at you 80, 85 miles an hour off a shot of a sniper of Roman Kramer, I mean, you're going to have to eat that one.
Line one against line one. John Carroll's going to win that faceoff as Whopper gets that one for the Blue Streaks. A nice pass. Dropped off now. Carried forward. Finnegan's going to try and corral this puck, but Whopper beats him to it. Whopper goes down hard. Putnam on net. Parker pads that one aside. Adamski chips that one up along the boards. Picked up by Draper. Palumbo. Kramer. Back to Palumbo with the shot out in front. Just wide of the net. Moyne doesn't have to make the save, but he was there even if it was on net. Active sticks. Blockered aside by Parker. Draper along the wall. Picked up by Whopper out in front. Again, the MO of throwing the puck towards the low slot no matter what happens. Palumbo tries to toe drag around the defender, and down he goes. Oh, he might be hurt.
Okay.
He's down. He is down. Hitting his stick off the ice, and he's going to try and get off. Palumbo is in tough shape. Goes all the way down. No touch-up. Miscommunication there by McCrory. Buries the guy into the boards. Palumbo is off the ice. That puck goes up into the netting. We have to keep an eye on Palumbo to make sure he's okay. That looked like a groin injury. Just the way that he went down, there was no real stick contact.
Yeah.
Hopefully he just pulled something and he'll be okay.
From looks on the bench, he's not receiving any intensive medical treatment, so it looks like he's okay.
He could have been gassed. I mean, he was out there for a while. Out to the point with a cannon shot blocked by the Colonials. Cam Smith carrying a forward 3-on-2 opportunity. Colonials chip that one, trying to get control, but John Carroll's pressing on their back check. Commendatore back behind the net. Wygand back across, out to her. Her has this, spins around. McCrory there. Her beats him, shot on net. Blocker side, saved by Parker. Commendatore throws it on net. A nice play by Albert to get it out off of a good save by Parker. Rutherford looking strong in this period, looking strong in this game. But you cannot knock the defensive play by the defense.
No, the defense has really looked good so far. Like we said, block shots, preventing the lane, taking your man, making sure you finish your checks, and make sure it's clean. Only one penalty off of a somewhat high hit from Finnegan earlier on, but everything to thus far has been pretty clean on the hitting side.
Racker with a shot, loose, but gets cleared all the way out, picked up by Bertoni. Bertoni along the wall. Albert intercepts. Tries to get that one to Walker, but Fogarty's going to pick that up for John Carroll. Bertoni sends it up, intercepted. Cam Smith trying to get onside as Walker. Smith down underneath. Oh, loose puck. Racker makes the save as that puck was just sitting there from Wayne's kick. No danger. No RMU player was there as the player was trying to get on sides. Macro Costas can't flip that one forward. Miller sends it into the RMU zone. Back behind Zach Love. Out in front. Dangerous play. Puck is still loose. Parker with the save. Oh, what a save by Parker Rutherford. Still scrambling. What a play by Parker Rutherford to keep that out, and they clear the zone. Parker Rutherford. He's going to get taken out to dinner by this defense. What a save.
What a save it was. Sprawling out with a stick and blocker. Somehow gets a hold of that. And my goodness.
Byrne tries to throw this one forward. All the way down behind. Hunter Hodgson's going to pick this puck up. In chase, number 27, Max Kurth Gruzinski.
It's like a dead whistle for a high stick from Byrne. I haven't seen.
I wasn't sure what happened.
Yeah, I think Byrne got the high stick and hit it down, and JCU just said, yeah, we're just not going to touch it. We'll take the whistle. But the play from Rutherford, I mean, it's a lot comparable in my mind, I think, to a vintage Jonathan Quick, is my comparison, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't give up on that play. He scrambled, and that's why he has a 968 save percentage for saves like that.
The stats back him up. I mean, you can just, he passes the eye test for sure.
Tell you what, RMU in the faceoff dot has not been great tonight.
They've
been losing a lot of faceoffs. Back behind the net. Reed spins it around, but a little spinneroonie there. Tries to get it through to Apud, and that's not going to be touched. That's going to go all the way down, but Apud's still chasing. Apud's going to beat everyone to it. Runs into Mickey. Little miscommunication there. Mickey picks up the puck, fires it on net. And a save by Moyne, and they're going to get an offensive zone faceoff. What a veteran play by Mickey.
It was, but let's talk about the effort from Apud. I mean, the kid never stops moving his legs. Between him, Hodgson, and some of these other freshmen, I think the message is clear to them that if you want to make chances and you want to do something while you're on the ice, you got to move your feet. And it's been on full display here tonight from both 21-13, among others here on the ice.
A very John Tortorella mentality.
Yes.
Of you're going to earn your spot or you're not going to have your spot.
Exactly.
Face-off won by John Carroll yet again. Back behind the net, puck up along the boards. Hunter Hodgson stops that one. What a keep! Adamski with the shot, and it goes up into the netting. I mean, what a keep there. I'm not sure if that was Hodgson or if it was Kramer. Regardless, what a great keep on the blue line.
And then somehow finding Adamski wide alone in the slot, but a good stick, I believe, from one of the defensemen. Might have been Gazdick with the stick, putting that one into the netting out of play. But another beautiful chance for number 9, the captain of this team.
Hodgson holds that one, drops it in very slowly. Whopper is going to pick that one up back behind the net. Adamski, oh, what a hit into the boards. The John Carroll player wasn't expecting that one, but he doesn't care. Deacon coming the other direction. Hodgson goes into the boards, picks that one up, gets knocked into the wall hard. Putnam's going to throw it behind Gazdak. Shot towards the net, stopped. Hodgson picks this one up, hits the brakes, goes back behind to make some space, hits Adamski, and Kramer's going to get it out of the zone. Trying to find Palumbo. Wygand tips it in. Palumbo beats Wygand to the puck. Wygand pins him against the boards. Puck not there. And John Carroll comes the other way. Putnam gets driven into the stanchion. And they're going to call him for that. Oh, no, that was a delayed offsides. I apologize.
I agreed for a second. I thought they were going to call until I saw Hodgson touch the puck.
Yeah, whenever there wasn't a whistle, I said, okay, well. Kramer weaving his way forward. Nice stick lift by the John Carroll defense. Loges at the point. Tries to get it down underneath to Kramer. Chopped at by Wygand. Reed Off to Palumbo. Palumbo loses that one. Stick high, player down. Carried forward. Commentatore. Shot, glove by Parker. Easy save. He was ready for it. 4:40 to go here in the second period. 2-1 in favor of the Colonials. Parker Rutherford is holding up to his stats. He is passing the eye test like you said earlier.
I like that play here. When John Carroll was breaking into the offensive zone, you saw the two defensemen back as you usually would, with the center and one of the wings are both back. So having 4 men back almost on the rush is not something you see from a very offensive team like the Colonials. But the mindset of also playing defense first, as there's a hand pass.
Hand pass on the Colonial side.
But watching, I mean, you see the wingers get back, you see the center get back on plays like that. I mean, that's going to help your goaltender tremendously, and has so far here with Rutherford.
I mean, that goes back to the John Tortorella mentality. You're going to back check hard, you're going to forecheck hard. You're going to win on both ends of the ice, not just one side. As Apud ties up along the wall, Keith Reed loses that one. Primiano actually gets beaten off the puck again by Keith Reed, who controls the puck. Mickey carrying it forward, has Apud far side, hits Reed. Reed looking for the pass, backdoor to Apud, and he scores! What a play by the Colonials! Keith Reed tucking it behind the defenseman, and Alejandro Apud de la Fuente, the Mexican national team player, gets another goal in the white jerseys.
Alejandro with his 4th goal in Colonial sweaters. My goodness, what an addition he has been. I mean, talk about the confidence on this kid as well. Always moving his feet, crashing the net, wide open chance, and buries it home, no mistake.
You got to give it up for Reed for not giving up after maintaining control of the puck, getting it to Mickey. Mickey being able to get the puck still back to Reed. That was a real group effort by that line. Apud gets an easy tap in. Down out in front, Parker makes a good save, and John Carroll's pushing hard. To the point, Young with the shot. Parker kicks that aside. John Carroll is hot. Young with a shot. McCrory Costas with a nice play there. Keeping it forward, runs into Young. Young goes down. Coming the other direction, it's John Carroll again. Richter gets a stick up high and a face wash by McCrory Costas. No call by the ref. Costas on the ground. Richter goes against the wall. Pinned by Cam Smith. Puck is still there, waiting for a touch. John Carroll gets it out to the point. Miller over to his D partner. Shot on net. Gloved aside by Parker. Albert drives the player into the boards. Cam Smith picks up the puck. Tries to chip it around Miller, but Miller takes this one. Oh, a shot by Richter and a glove by Parker. Flashes the glove, and there's a little bit of after the whistle as McCrory Costas locks up with Richter after he face-washed him at the blue line. Not a man to mess with.
Yeah, nothing new here for number 2, McCrory Costas. The Greek freak is a force to be reckoned with, I'll say that. We had him and Keith Reed and Rob Byrne on the podcast today. McCrory Costas said, I'm going to at least have 5 hits. I think he's hit that. Reed said he's going to have at least 1 assist. He's hit that. The only other accolade to hit is Rob Byrne promised me a goal.
We're going to have to see. Let's see if he can do it. We got plenty of time. Still a full period and 3 more minutes left in this one. I'll tell you what, though. I think what we're going to do for the calls for McCrory Costas, I'm seeing he's from Weirton, West Virginia. If he ever scores a goal, we're going to have to bring up some Tudor's Biscuit World. He scores Tudor's Biscuit World for the club sports staff up here calling the game.
The businessman, George McCrory Costas. Best friends with Evgeny Malkin, if you do not know that fun fact about him.
Really?
Yes. Works with him, actually. Yeah. Very interesting fact. If anyone wants to go back and watch the live show from earlier today, we do talk a little bit about his relationship with Evgeny Malkin and how they kind of became best friends.
Loges knocks this one out. Wygand back to his defensive partner, Gazdak. He throws it all the way down. Tipped forward, so no icing. Loges picks this up, pins it against the boards. Looking for a play here, and 4 players in the wall looking for this one out. Loges just pinching it. Trying to kick it out, not able to do so. He's still just holding the puck. Doing a pretty good job as he gets it over to Hodgson. Gazdak pitches down underneath. Back underneath, Putnam out in front. Loges with a nice active stick there to intercept. Palumbo gets it past Wygand. Oh, what a nice play by Wygand. Not able to hold that, though. Whopperer is able to control that puck for John Carroll. Adamski with a little bit of a late hit there on Deacon, but not too bad. Oh, a long shovel pass. Kramer down underneath. Into the corner wall. John Carroll picks it up. Fires it down in, stopped by Kramer. Palumbo. Adamski. Adamski can't keep it. Palumbo keeps it in. Down underneath, that's still loose for Kramer. At the point, Draper with the shot, sticked away by a defenseman. Adamski behind the net in Gretzky's office. Looking for a pass out. Adamski shoves it back underneath to Palumbo. Palumbo waiting. Goes down underneath. Player goes down, Wygan, and he's going to get called for that one. Wygan's going to be going to the box. And I'll tell you what, he wasn't happy with something that Kramer did and retaliated. An assistant captain retaliating in that manner is not something you want to see from someone in leadership.
9 times out of 10, it's the retaliation's the one that gets called. And as a leader, I think you should know that. But for
2 minutes
Wygan,
for cross-checking.
yep. But for Wygan, and like you said, as a leader, you should probably know not to retaliate in that matter. But that's going to be a 2 minutes for the Colonials in the power play. And once again, if they do not strike, we're going to have another rollover power play.
Like, I get that you're upset because you think something was, like, should have been called, but it's not like the ref's going to throw his hands up and say, oh, guys, my bad, here's 2 minutes for boarding, or whatever the call may have been. They're not going to, if the ref's hand isn't up, don't get emotional about it and cause your own team a penalty, because now there's a minute 28 left in the period, and he just put his team on a penalty kill situation, which is not what you want to see. Wygan just put his team in a position where if they let up a goal here, and they're down 4-1 going into the third period, that's tough for a goaltender that has looked as solid as Parker has. You got to have a better head than that.
It's easier to come back from 3-1 than it is 4-1. I mean, that's the mindset that should be going through every
2-goal lead's the most dangerous lead in hockey.
It is. And for the Colonials, this is almost a must-strike opportunity.
Kramer at the point off of a rare face-off win. Adamski tries to get it over to Hodgins just a little bit low. Palumbo with a nice play to hold it in, and they're going to get a call there. Interference.
Is it on Hodgson or is it on JCU?
It's on Hodgson. How's that interference? He was going for the puck.
I'm not sure, and Hodgson's not sure either.
That's not a good penalty. I don't like complaining about the refs because I was literally just talking about that.
Yeah.
That's a tough call. That might be hey, we probably should have called one for RMU earlier. We're just even this up. I don't think that was interference. I don't think that was interference at all.
Yeah.
It's not even like the John Carroll defender had a chance to get the puck. Palumbo was right there. If it was a one-on-one opportunity and Hodgson was getting beat to the puck, I could get the interference call. But Palumbo had that puck regardless.
Yeah, it's all ticky-tacky at this point of what gets called and what doesn't.
Adamski pushing forward, dangling around, loses the puck. John Carroll, that was Fogarty, loses that one. Adamski tries to stop that one, and Fogarty's going to pick that one off. Coming the other direction, shot high on Rutherford. Miller keeps this one in, down underneath the racker. Nobody out in front. Fogarty picks this one up. Finnegan behind the net, drops it off for Draper. 40 seconds to go in the second period. 4-on-4 action for the next minute and 10 seconds. Draper with a nice play, carries it forward, tries to go forehand. And a good save by Moyne. Out to the point, stopped by Mickey. Puck goes out into the Colonials bench, and we will have a face-off just in front of it.
I'm not sure who caught that. It was Gio. A perfect little lob, and Gio with the catch and gives it back to the referee. A little bit of that baseball skill showing off, I think.
I might need him on the football field.
Help out the Colonials. I mean, probably all these guys could come on and maybe help out a little bit at some sorts.
Hey, they're all athletes.
Yeah.
If there's anything that Pat McAfee's taught me, all you have to do is be athletic and you can play just about anything.
It's true.
Sending behind the net, Young. Far side. Deacon. 15 seconds to go in the second period. John Carroll's going to press. Whopperer. Drops down and hits Mickey right in the skate. There's an opportunity. Palumbo has time. He's alone on Moyne with the shot. Hits it wide. It's a second opportunity. Moyne's going to save that one. Palumbo frustrated. Smashes his stick against the boards. Two and a half seconds to go in the second period. I think Palumbo might have taken too many glances up at that scoreboard. Took a shot. Maybe had a little bit more time to come in and make a decent opportunity with a dangle. But unfortunately, Moyne makes the save.
I swear that Palumbo's snake bitten. He had about, 3-4 chances last weekend at quality chance goals. but just every shot he's taken has just been a hair off, or a great save from the goaltender. In due time, he will get his, but in the case of Gio Palumbo, you just got to keep shooting.
He's a good player. He's a good player. That's going to end it for the second period. There's 32 seconds left on 4-on-4 time, which we will see coming into the third period. After that, there will be an 11-second power play for John Carroll, provided nobody scores in that 4-on-4 time. But the Colonials have a 2-goal lead going into the third period, scoring 1 in this period. Or 2. They scored 2 in this period.
It was Adamski from Hodgson and Kramer with the first one.
Right.
And then the second one, Ali Alejandro, assisted by Keith Reed, to make it 3-1.
Right. All in the second period, 2 goals there. So 3-1 going into the third period. I'll tell you what, RMU looked a lot better. Still started slow.
Yeah.
Still started slow, but definitely played with a lot more aggression, a lot more chutzpah, if you will, if you want to use an older term.
Yeah.
Playing definitely more physical. I think that was very apparent. I don't think anyone can talk bad about that one.
The physicality is on full display. I mean, you look at guys like McCrory, Costas, or Finnegan, Draper, Albert. I mean, the whole defensive core at this point. But they just prevent any shots in front of Rutherford. I mean, if you're a defenseman, that's your job. You do not want anything getting through to your goaltender. If it's a block shot, if it's a hit, and this defense has done a tremendous job at that.
The only thing that I'm concerned about on the RMU side is there have been a couple of blocks that haven't been full blocks.
Yeah.
And they've waffled through on net, and that's difficult for any goaltender. Parker's going to make the save more often than not, but if you're going to block the shot, block the shot. Don't let it hit off you and get towards the net again. That's still a dangerous chance. Arguably more dangerous than if you would have just got out of the way.
It's almost like the first goal against the Colonials in the opening minutes, where Lowe just kind of tried to get in front of it, but it just also kind of ended up screening Parker and just squeaking its way in.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I think Lowe just wants that one back. I think Parker wants that one back, but he hasn't let any more in after that. So I think that's going to wrap it up here for the second intermission report. 13:46 to go until we start the third period. So we'll see you guys in about 10 to 11 minutes yet again. We'll talk to you shortly. See you in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Clearview Ice Arena as the Colonials start to take the ice after the John Carroll Blue Streaks. I do have a bit of an update from RMU Esports. We just swept the University of Michigan 2-0 in CO6 tonight. Massive win for the boys. I'm super happy for them. This is a huge step for the program, beating a team of that caliber, a team that has been on fairly deep runs in CR6. RMU comes in and sweeps them. Second round ended up being a 7-1 victory for the Colonials. So huge wins across the board. Let's see if the Colonials here on the ice can win tonight after we saw basketball win earlier. They have a 3-1 lead going into the third period. Cadeyn, what do you think that we need to see this period for RMU to continue?
It just has to be defensive lockdown. I mean, you cannot let anything in front of Rutherford. You can hold the 3-1 lead if you really want to. If you're really okay with holding that lead, maybe one more for an insurance goal. But in general, it's just to keep the pucks out of your own net. I mean, physicality, getting in front of shots, blocking shots, and just an update from talking to the players back in the locker room. Everyone is at 100% good to go. No injuries to report on that front. So Alejandro's good, Palumbo's good, and it should be good.
That's always good news.
Yes.
We haven't seen anyone go down for John Carroll, so that's also good news. We never want to see anyone get hurt.
Yes.
But we have 32 seconds left here on the 4-on-4. After 2 penalties, 1 apiece to each side. Hodgson went to the box. I believe that was for interference. And on the other side, it was Wygant who retaliated and ended up getting an interference call. So let's see who wins the faceoff. An aggressive faceoff look by John Carroll. They're going to try and press hard. Finnegan going to carry this one, throws it in. Actually almost hits the net, and Wayne has to make a save. Carries it out. Fogarty now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Whopperer. Oh, down underneath, gets dropped by Draper. Along the wall, chipped in. Draper picks this one up, throws his body around again. Whopperer was alone, but Mickey's going to intercept this one. 4 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Let's see if RMU can hem themselves in John Carroll's zone to kill off this 4x4 as Palumbo goes down after a hard hit from Fogarty. Into the corner wall, and this power play is going to be over before John Carroll can even get into the zone, as the power play is over for them as they get their chance here with the shot high. Parker with a save. That was a difficult one off the shoulder.
So looked a little off keen there as it hit the shoulder and rolled off.
Adamski picks it off of a poor touch from the John Carroll defenseman, and then he just absolutely throws that puck wide. That was about a football field to the right, not even close to the net. Gazdak for John Carroll's going to throw it forward to Wacker. I'm sorry, Racker, not Wacker. Underneath, Albert trying to get it to Reed. I'm sorry, that is Adamski. Albert now behind. Whenever Adamski's jersey gets bunched up, him and Reed look the same to me.
They really do. The backs are almost identical.
Kramer loses that puck, carried forward. Wygand throws it all the way down. Picked up, Macrio Costas. Looking for the pass, taking his time, carries it forward, throws it all the way down to the ice, to the John Carroll side of things. Pressing, Walker. Tipped forward, picked up again by Macrio Costas along the boards. Walker carries it back into the zone, but Macrio Costas picks it off. Throws it out, Mickey. Mickey now with a chance. Shot off the crossbar, down and in. Mickey rings the crossbar where Mom keeps the Nutella. 4-1, what a shot by Mickey, what a goal, and it's 4-1 for the Colonials.
An absolute schnipe from Nate Mickey. His second of the game and 6th of the season. A huge welcoming back for Nate Mickey. Left off the score sheet against Buffalo and responds in a huge way here tonight.
Mickey absolutely thrilled with that performance. I mean, you saw the players jumping into him as he hit the boards. That was absolutely disgusting.
Couldn't have drew it up any better there.
What a shot by Mickey. Sent all the way in, Blake Logis throws it all the way down behind the net. Moyne couldn't do anything on that one, loses an edge. Number 28, Ryan Young lost his edge through there, but carried forward is the John Carroll side, picked up by Keith Reed. Reed holding it back behind the net. Look at the pressure. The physical presence for Keith Reed to hold onto that puck. Apud loses that one. Lamarck the other way. Lamarck fires it, hits off of his player, that was number 27, Max Kurth-Gruzinski, up into the netting. And we're gonna have a whistle. 17:21 to go in the third period. Nathan Mickey makes it 4-1 for the Colonials.
Yeah, Macrio Costas on the back end with the assist. Call him Gino Jr. with a stretch pass to hit Mickey in stride and get him going down on that play. A nice play from Macrio Costas, gets his second assist of the season on that one. And the defense showing up on the point streak.
We're going to have to talk to him. We're going to have to see, Malkin in chat for one of these Twitch games. That would be really cool.
Maybe one day. We've had a few discussions about it, but he is a busy man. He's on his way to Columbus right now.
Yeah, he's a little busy.
Maybe one day.
All-Star break.
Let's hope so. That would be amazing.
Carried forward. Commentatore fires it all in the high slot. Permiano can't hold on to that one. Underneath, Finnegan can't control it well. Actually whiffs on it a couple of times. Permiano pressing hard. Loses the puck. Loose out in front. Commentatore in the high slot. Shoots it wide of the net. Bit of a hard slash there. Hits the stick. Oh, and then he whiffs on the shot too. Down goes the John Carroll players. Absolute shambles on this John Carroll's offense. A nice play there by Fogarty to knock that out of the air. Shades of Cale McCarr. Permiano pressing into the offensive zone. Herr with a shot, saved by Parker. Finnegan back behind the net, wheels, looks for a pass. Finds one all the way out. What a good play. 27-26, Walker to Kramer. The wall, Putnam behind the net, Gazdak. Gazdak hits the brakes. What a nice show of edge work there by Gazdak. Deacon can't hold on to that pass. All the way down just past the goaltender, and that's going to be an icing.
I'm expecting this fourth line. I mean, Kovac, Byrne, two of the veteran forces on this with Greg Kramer. This is a line I'm really looking forward to see in the future, getting something going on the score sheet. Only Greg Kramer is the only one I believe that has a goal so far, assisted by Byrne, and I believe Zach Love also has a goal, the other alternating forward. But this fourth line is defensively really solid. But soon I expect, and that puck sails into the netting to get another quick whistle.
It went off Burns' stick. I saw the shot, and I was not anticipating it to go hard right up into the netting.
Yeah, it just took a weird trajectory right off the stick.
Byrne lines up for the faceoff. Still looking for that goal that he promised you.
He did.
Faceoff one, Albert behind the net. Zach Love can't corral that one. A nice little flip, and he buries Wygand on the line. Back here, Costas and Byrne locking up in the corner. Oh, a nice play. Ends up hitting Zach Love towards the net. Needed save by Parker. Not a difficult one, but a needed one. Gazdak underneath. RMU really collapsing into a shell, not letting John Carroll get really close as they get one there, and Parker flashes the glove. Absolutely robs Deacon, who went glove side. And again, shades of Jay Quick. A big save for the Colonials.
Jeez, I mean, if you're the goaltending coach, Christian Pellegrino, you could not be happier with the performance from Parker Rutherford tonight. I mean, what a phenomenal performance. And I guess we can give a little bit of credit to Christian Pellegrino maybe for teaching him some of those saves throughout his journey here at RMU.
Just a tad. I mean, we didn't see Rutherford a lot last year. It was really the Mackey show.
It really was, and now having this 1A, 1B combo with Coach Joseph, I think is crucial moving forward.
I mean, Rutherford completely flipped the script. He all of a sudden turned into an elite goaltender out of nowhere in an offseason. Maybe it is just the goaltending coaching from Pellegrino. Maybe we should give more credit to him.
One of the best to ever do it in an RMU sweater.
Racker loses that puck for Richter, and Racker's going to pick it back up behind the net. Young pinches along the walls. Oh, what a hit by Adamski. Absolutely smashes Young into the wall. Richter can't get that one out. Adamski's pressing. Muane came out, and that was a dangerous play. Intercepted by Kramer. That's offsides. They have to touch up, and they do. Still loose. The boys still have an opportunity, and Palumbo gets driven hard into the boards. That was a long shot on net by Adamski, almost from the RMU logo at center ice.
Hey, take any opportunity you can get, right? And from that far out, a chance is still a chance.
A nice tip in by Racker. Draper picks it up. Draper loses that puck. Picked up by Unruh. Playing along the walls, and Mickey might have an opportunity. Comes in, can he get past Fogarty? He does, but can't control the puck. Underneath to Apud. Apud trying to hold on to this, is being tied up there. In the corner wall, Reed looking to get this one out. A good play by the defenseman. That's Unruh, whose name we haven't called at all until this point. A nice poke by Loges, but John Carroll's going to maintain possession, throws it in against the Under Armour wall. Loges along the wall there trying to bank it out, but unfortunately John Carroll picks it up and then clears it out to their own zones. They maintain possession. In behind Parker. Hodgson chasing. Took a little bit too long to get to that one. John Carroll picks it up, but Apud's going to try and dangle to control, and Hodgson's going to end up clearing it out of the zone. Banks it off the Colonials board wall. A nice play by Mickey, able to get his stick out. Apud goes in between two players. Oh, a little mess up there, but John Carroll stays on the feet. A nice play by the forward for John Carroll. I believe that's Andrew Satesian. That's a name we haven't called either. I'm going to say Satesian's pretty close. What do you think, number 29?
29? I didn't get a correct number on that, but Satesian's a goalie, so maybe he's
is it?
I don't know.
Maybe it was 26. I am dyslexic. It's possible that it was 26.
Maybe. I didn't get a clear view of
I couldn't
the
really
number
see the
either.
Someone from John Carroll
Yes.
did a good job. How about that? We'll just leave it at that. Someone from John Carroll did a good job.
Speaking of Santusian, though, before the game, you and I were talking. Santusian, the backup goalie, is 6'7", 260 pounds.
Oh, man. That's right. We were talking about from Boston,
Yes.
Mass. That man probably has the thickest of Boston accents.
Probably. And oh boy, I would not like. It would be
I would not
a
want to go
sight
for
to
that stand.
see.
Gazdak with a shot blocked by Mickey. Gazdak to his defensive partner. Wygand. Oh, on net, it's loose. Hodgson does a good job getting it around, and he's able to clear it. A good play by the RMU defense as Wygand has more of a difficulty this period for sure. Having a real difficult time. They're playing Mickey's song.
They are.
We can't say it though because we'll get taken down, but they're playing Mickey's song. You can take it from there.
Yeah.
The viewers at home.
Alejandro has his own song as well by Lady Gaga.
Yes, he does.
What we I like the reference every time he tries to gets on the score sheet.
Oh, Gazdak back door. Loges with a stick. Mickey trying to get it past Whopper, but Loges going to get it after Putnam smacks it in. Loges going to carry. Looking for a pass out, carries it all himself, ends up, can't just get to a Pood, just too far. Lowe just has to return quickly. Hodgson almost lost that one, out in front, loose. Low slot, Parker Rutherford, you magician, makes the save. Behind the net, loose out front again, just throwing the puck into the low slot. Gazdak over to Whopperer. Shot saved by Parker, Apood with the puck now. Can he get it out? A nice play by Whopperer, but Apood follows that one up, gets it out. Mickey's going to go off for a quick change as Apood goes in. You gotta love the forecheck by the young man from Mexico City.
Skates don't stop moving, 21 in white.
Oh, big save again by Parker, standing up to these shots.
He's not afraid to be aggressive at all and take those shot lanes away.
Cam Smith with a shot, hits the mask again.
That's the third time I believe he's got taken up high
Maybe fourth. Cam Smith out in front. Oh, it's low. Couldn't get that puck on to the stick of Cam Smith. Down the other way, Permiano defending the puck. Loose out in front. Another save goes wide. RMU player goes down. Parker able to make a good save. Shot again, patted aside. Picked up, dumped along the boards, high and out. RMU's going to get a quick change. Pressing, Connor Moran, they got the hand up, I don't know about that one. Oh, 6, too many men on the ice.
I think so.
Too many men on the ice is a bench minor.
The fans were absolutely livid saying that there was too many men on the ice. As Adamski trying to get an explanation, and they will get the call.
That'll be too many men on the ice, and the John Carroll coach is absolutely livid. This game's just as important for them as it is for RMU. I mean, they're 2-0 right now in the CHMA. They're leading the reigning champions of the CHMA. And they're losing right now to a team that couldn't make it to the finals. And they're losing by a sizable margin, and now they're going on to the penalty kill.
If you're John Carroll.
Oh, they're tossing the coach. Are they tossing the coach? The referee's throwing the coach out.
Oh my
Scott
goodness.
Shantery has been dismissed by the referee.
Wow. I did not have that on my bucket list.
I mean, I'll tell you what, he was very upset for a very clear too many men on the ice penalty. Racker very upset as well. Shantery taking the long walk back to the visitors' locker room. Very upset with the performance tonight. Very upset. But I'll tell you what, taking it out of the refs, that's what's going to happen.
Now my question is, why is the draw in front of the Colonial bench?
Well, I have a feeling that's why the fans are upset, and even the ref was telling the fans to quiet down. I'll tell you what, if I'm the fans, I'm just happy that the Colonials are on the power play here.
Yeah.
Carried forward, Kramer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Kramer. Still loose out in front, and now they're going to have some extracurricular in front of the net. As Palumbo goes down, doing what he does best, annoying the opposition.
Get in there, get until the whistle blows, and then get out of there.
I know why the faceoff was there. It was there because that's when the puck was touched. That was the closest circle that the puck was touched to when there were too many men on the ice. So I think that is one of the only penalties that will actually have the face-off where the puck was touched when the bench minor occurred.
That makes a lot more sense to everyone that was confused about that play.
I think. That's what I'm
saying. It sounds right.
That would make the most sense on why the puck would be there. I'm going to defer to the referees for that, and that clears up why it's there. Mickey behind the net now, looking for a pass out. Adamski there has Hodgson at the point. Looking for a pass in. Hodgson fires it on net. It's loose out in front, and a good play by Mwan. I don't know why the extracurricular was necessary, but I guess their head coach was just tossed.
Yeah, that, and when you have a Gio Palumbo in front of the net, it seems like every team that goes up against him does not like him. Just for his physical aggression and ability just to keep going until that whistle blows.
Lining up at the face-off circle. It's won by John Carroll, but the Colonials are actually going to pick this one up. Hodgson along the wall underneath. Kramer looking. Oh, I'm sorry, Palumbo. Out to the point to Kramer, and it goes just past the stick. Hodgson's going to go all the way down. Parker might give him a little bit of an assist. We are halfway through this period. 10 minutes to go here in the third. 50 seconds remaining on the bench minor to John Carroll. Head coach was tossed as well. Behind the net, intercepted by Wygand, who's had a really tough outing, and John Carroll are not thrilled with the way that he's been treated tonight. Adamski walking the line, fires it up off the ceiling and back down again. That will be a whistle. For those of you who don't know, who haven't been to the Colonial or the Clearview Ice Arena, there are gold stanchions that you can see at the very top of your screen. If the puck hits those, or it hits off the ceiling, it is whistled dead. Wherever the puck landed, it goes to the closest face-off circle.
It's one of the unique features here of the Clearview Ice Arena.
I'd definitely say unique.
Yes. I'm not sure if any other arenas.
Most don't have this low of a ceiling.
Yes, this is a very, very low ceiling.
Face-off won by John Carroll, who tied it up, but they aren't able to get it out. A nice play by Cam Smith to hold the line, but unfortunately loses it. Not able to get rid of the puck quick enough. Loges looking for a pass out. Sends it across to Apood. Into the offensive zone, sends it across. Keith Reed. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Colonials need an opportunity here out front as the power play comes to an end after the bench minor to the John Carroll team. Richter comes out of the box. Potential opportunity for a stretch pass. Richter picks that one up. A poke by Loges. Back to Young. Young walks in, tries to get it out to the point, but Keith Reed intercepts out to the point. Richter with the shot. Saved by Rutherford. Just past Apood's stick. Can he beat him to the puck? Waved off. Oh, Apood falls awkwardly into the boards, and he's in pain. Oh, Apood's in terrible shape.
That was just an awkward play going into the boards. My goodness, that is not good.
He is down. He is down. He has moved a bit as the doctor is now being escorted out to Apood. Alejandro Apood de la Fuente as the crowd goes silent. He's down. He is moving, so that is good news. But I'll tell you what, that was tough. He had a stick caught around the defenseman. It wasn't John Carroll's fault by any means. He got a stick wrapped around the defenseman, ends up getting spun around head first into the boards. Oh, you really got to hope for the kid. That's tough.
The way he's been playing and everything, and
he's able to get up.
Yeah.
Good on you, son. Good on you.
That was just an unfortunate.
He's able to get back up, and he's being taken right off.
Yeah,
the doctor's taking him right off.
In the point in this game, I mean, you have a 3-goal lead. I would not put 21. Even if he said he was okay and he looks okay, there's no chance I'd put him back on the ice.
Well, he's going back to the bench. I think the doctor's going to take a look at him again there. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on number 21. I know his family likes watching these whenever they can't get out there, so we'll definitely keep you updated, viewers at home, on Apood's status. Yeah, he's currently sitting on the back bench, so the doctor's going to take a look at him. Tough fall into the boards. You really hate to see that.
I'm just happy he's out under his own power and being looked at seems to be mostly okay.
I'll tell you what, he didn't want to get back to that back bench. He kept looking at he looked at the doctor. He said, do I have to?
Yeah, he wants
and the
to keep
doctor's
going.
like, yes, you have concussion protocol at this point. We are going to take a look at that. That was a hard fall. And now they're going to go through the concussion symptom checks, which I don't know if you've ever had a concussion before, but
I have quite a few times.
It's tough.
It is.
You know the second you get a concussion, so we'll have to keep an eye on him as the doctor is checking out behind the bench. The Colonials looking to press forward and preserve this lead. Moving forward, Byrne, is he going to get one? Stopped by the goaltender.
That was your chance, Byrne. Oh my goodness, what a play.
McCrory Costas turns the puck over. It actually goes right to Fogarty. Byrne with a little hand to keep it in. Nice play. Looking for a pass out. Had McCrory Costas there at the point, but tried to go low slot. Racker now moving forward. Drops it off to Miller, back to Racker. Behind the net, tries to tuck it. Rutherford makes another good save. Still controlling the puck was John Carroll. Back behind the net. Oh, that was a close one. That went all the way through. I didn't expect it to come all the way through as Zach Love picks that one up. Against the wall, Love still maintains possession. Carrying it forward. Adamski on the ice now as the first line steps on. Draper moving forward as well. Hits Racker right in the skates, and Her's going to carry it forward. Adamski back on defense. Adamski carries it forward, tries to chip it past Commendatore, and what a nice play there. Finnegan, much needed defensive play. And it looks like the doctor has walked away and Aput is rejoining the bench, so we'll see if he gets a shift tonight for the remainder of the game. But he has rejoined the front bench, which means he should be active, unless he just wants a better look at the ice, so we'll have to make sure we keep an eye on him.
But a safe assumption is that he is okay.
Yeah, safe assumption right now if the doctor walked away. Oh, Commendatore gets absolutely drilled by Finnegan.
Finnegan's size, I mean, he is just a huge specimen at 6'2", 185, and only can get bigger moving forward, and what a hit it was.
Offside, Palumbo gets a little bit of a late hit by Wygant, who has been a little off for the majority of the game. He was the one that took the emotional penalty right after the missed penalty in his case down in the Colonial zone.
So it looks like they'll get the line change.
Might as well.
Might
as well. There's 6:25 left. Just keep the shift short. You're up by 3.
Yeah,
there's no reason to press terribly hard.
No. At this point, it's literally just locking down your own zone. The goals aren't as important as the goals against.
Face-off won by John Carroll. Putnam for the Blue Streaks. Sends it to the center. Wygant with a shot, patted aside by the goaltender. Whopperer with the shot. Oh, it hits the stick that was on the ground. Wygant with another shot, blocked by Mickey. Loose out in front, dangerous play. Lowe just picks it up, fires it off the boards. That's going to go all the way out. Mickey might beat him to it. Oh, the goaltender loses that one. Picked up by the Colonials. Underneath, Mickey has it, looking for a pass out front. Reed is in the low slot. A nice play by Moyne. Mickey, what a nice forward-checking play to lift the stick. Almost steals the puck, but John Carroll comes the other direction. Pass, Putnam with the shot, misses the net. Keith Reed locks up along the walls with Whopperer. Mickey goes in. Picked up by John Carroll. Whopperer, shot, saved by Parker. Keith Reed along the wall. Nice play by Young to keep it in for John Carroll. The Blue Streaks really pressing here. 5 minutes to go in the third period. They're down by 3. They need a goal quick. Behind the net, nice play out to the point, or it's really the high circle. Shot on net, easy save. Aiden Conway, again, the late call-up with the shot and a save by Parker Rutherford.
And Rutherford is just making it look easy, and Alejandro Aput's still on the bench, as it looks like his night will most likely come to a conclusion.
I'd imagine so. I think he's sitting.
Yeah. Just seeing with Garrett Walker come out with that second unit, the last shift, it just kind of
Well, it does look like the rest of the second line is kind of sitting back with him, so they might just be recapping, getting ready for the next shift. But maybe the second line doesn't even see the ice again. We'll have to see. Here's a forward shot, blocker to side by Rutherford. Down underneath behind the net. Picked up, McCrory Costas loses that puck. Takes the body into the wall. Picked up by Moran. Albert comes in for the assist. Aiden Conway down there as well for John Carroll. Alongside Unruh. Conway with another shot. Low patted aside by Rutherford. McCrory Costas out in front, banging bodies. Low shot covered by Rutherford. 4:24 to go in the third period. Colonials looking very strong here with a 3-goal lead.
It looked very close in front of Rutherford's crease. So McCrory, Costas, and Albert doing what they do best and clearing it out. As the first line's going to come back out here, most likely for one of their last shifts. I got to say, this first line has looked phenomenal as ever tonight.
Very strong line as always, and that's really what you come to expect out of this first line here. A lot of experience, a lot of pace, a lot of goal-scoring ability by everyone on this line. Palumbo goes in, takes a reverse hit. He goes down. Fogarty goes at him. Out to the point, Adamski's going to corral this one, sends it back in. Kramer walks it in. Palumbo looks for the pass out, but Racker's going to intercept. Miller back to Racker, tries to get it back to Miller. Draper plays the body into the wall. Racker with a shot saved by Rutherford, and that's going to be swallowed. 3:52 to go in the third period. Rutherford's going to take every whistle that he can.
He can. I mean, a stoppage for a goalie is probably one of the best things. You don't want 3, 4, 5 shots coming at you, bang, 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 and you have to scramble from your left to the right all the time. I mean, taking the 1 or 2 shots, hold it down. I mean, you take any whistle you get.
Adamski carrying it forward, trying to beat on pace. Shot, far side. He saw that corner, and he was taking it. Oh, there's a player down, Miller. Miller is down. That's going to be a whistle. The assistant coach is calling for a major. Adamski going to the box. Let's see what it was here. This could be a huge power play for John Carroll. Let's see what the penalty is. It is to Adamski. We'll have to keep an eye on it. I didn't actually see it. I just saw Miller spinning on the ice.
Yeah, that's all I saw too. Not sure exactly, but as you said, John Carroll, his coach is looking for a major, and there's going to call interference. Yeah.
That'll be a 2-minute interference call, and they're going to pull the goalie. They're going to go with 6 out here on the power play.
That is an interesting move, to say the least.
Analytics say to do that. That's a big analytics thing, and I'd imagine that ACHA and CHMA are going to do that a lot more. But they are actually calling the doctor over to the John Carroll bench to take a look at the other player that went down. They're calling for the doctor to move on over, and they're going to stop that one, just to check and make sure that the player is okay.
It's a good move from Coach Pellegrino to go grab the doctor there. Make sure he's okay, but a crucial penalty kill for the Colonials and for the Blue Streaks. This is
as I was
last
saying,
resort.
Analytics do say to pull the goalie earlier.
Yes.
And it works out at the NHL level, but this isn't the NHL level. We'll see what happens.
Right, this is also a 3-goal deficit, which is a lot harder to come back from.
At the point, Gazdak sends it underneath, back to Gazdak. Far side, Fogarty. Back to Gazdak at the point, Fogarty. Far side, shot, Deacon, save. Whopper tried to throw that back on, but the net is off its moorings. Minute 47 to go. Only about 13 seconds killed on this power play, and right now, the 6 men really helping for this John Carroll side.
It really is. Just hypothetical, Kevin Mackey scored a goal against the University of Buffalo last year on an empty net on a 6-on-4. What are the chances of a Parker Rutherford possible goal?
If it was not a penalty kill, I'd say higher, but
was.
They're on a oh, was it?
It was. It was. He touched the puck last. The puck went back to the defenseman. He missed it, and it went into the empty net.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if he shot it. Underneath, Deacon. Low slot. What a save by Rutherford. Sprawling spread eagle makes the save. I mean, has there been a goaltending performance that you've seen at the Island that has been better than Rutherford tonight?
There really hasn't. I mean, he's top the list thus far. Even if he lets in another goal, I would still say, no doubt in my mind, he has played phenomenal.
I mean, he's had 2 or 3 amazing highlight reel saves. Face-off 1. John Carroll takes that one. It was a tie-up and a good hold by Wygand, who gets it over to Young. Young sends it down underneath, back to Young. Young fires it low on net. Parker Rutherford makes the save. Herr came in late. Puck goes along the wall. Wygand gets it over to Young. Young fires it again. Blocker to side by Rutherford. Out in front. Can Mackey ice the game? The shot goes wide. Mackey might have a second opportunity. Back towards the net, and it goes wide again. Can Palumbo do it this time towards the net? And a good save by the John Carroll defenseman.
Just like on the penalty kill with Adamski and Kramer, this time Palumbo and Kramer, and multiple chances, but John Carroll lucky that puck did not enter the net.
Herr sends that in behind the net. It's sitting, fired all the way down to the other side. That could go in, and it does! Austin Albert gets the empty netter. RMU may have just iced this game 5-1.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Rutherford might have touched the puck. I think he might get the primary assist on this one. And
we're gonna have to
surprisingly,
look.
that would be Rutherford's 3rd assist. I find that really amazing that the stats show that this would be his 3rd assist if it goes his way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what the call is. I don't know if he touched the puck, but the goaltender goes back in. 4 goals, no reason reason to have the goalie out. That's just going to ride up the score, especially when goal differential is a tiebreaker at the end. We might see these two teams again, and we absolutely should. If this is how they're playing against the reigning defending champions, how are they going to look against the other teams that are strong? How are they going to look against Pitt?
Yep.
We've already seen them beat Mercyhurst. Is this going to be your CHMA champions? We'll see.
It's a good possibility. This is, let's say, Macro Costas with his second assist. And there it is,
And
Parker
there it is,
Rutherford.
Parker Rutherford gets the apple.
I still find it amazing he has 3 assists. I don't know how as a goalie you can somehow do that, but congrats to him. It's been a phenomenal night. And let's talk about Macro Costas. That's his second primary of the game.
A good play by Macro Costas for sure. He's having himself a good game tonight. But I think definitely if we're going to pick 3 stars, then we will do that at the end of the game. Rutherford's my number 1.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt about it between both of us that we're going to give it to Rutherford.
Reed sends that out. That was a bit of a high stick touch, but they are gonna call that. That is gonna be a high stick. Probably should have let the Tendy take that. 2 seconds to go on the penalty to Adamski. 2 minutes for interference. Minute 36 to go here in the third period down at the island. A lovely game for Moon Township. I mean, that's gonna be potentially, as long as there's not a catastrophic failure, we're gonna see 2 victories tonight on the stream. 3 if you count the CR6 victory for the esports team earlier as well. RMU having a very good night here. Friday the 21st. Fogarty picks up the puck. Carrying it forward. Hits Primiano. Into the offensive zone. Primiano. Minute 20 to go in the third period. Oh, a shot! Oh, and he beats Rutherford. That's only the second time this season that Parker lets up a second goal. But what an absolute cannon.
What a shot it was. I'm not sure who shot that one. I think it might have been Sam Hurt. Was it Sam?
It was either her or it was Primiano.
Yeah. Regardless, what a snipe that was. I mean, for Rutherford, it's still, that was a beautiful shot. I mean, there's nothing I think he could have done.
Yeah, and for John Carroll, that's going to kind of ease the nerves a bit, ease the frustrations for this game. And they've got a ton of frustration, ton of anger with how this game was called by the referees. And unfortunately, that happens.
Yep.
I never like yelling at referees. I always think that that's just childish. You shouldn't do it. Even if the referee's in the wrong, they're still human.
It's a human
what a
element.
nice play by her. I mean, what would you rather have? A referee make a bad call or review every single call and slow the game down so the game takes 5 hours? What would you rather have? I would rather a judgment call.
And
in my opinion.
they gave the goal to Carlo Bertoni, actually.
Bertoni.
Yep. Assisted by her.
The player with no name on his jersey.
He is. He usually has the number 5, but tonight we're in number 10. Maybe a little bit.
They forgot the 5 at home.
Maybe a little bit of jersey issue, I guess.
Pure Hockey didn't have them in stock. They ran out of 5s.
Shout out to Pure Hockey for making the jerseys.
Hey, Pure Hockey, if you want to sponsor us for these hockey streams, you just shout out.
Yeah, we'd gladly take it.
GAGNON@rmu.edu. Send them an email.
That goes for any sponsor, really.
Yeah. 3 seconds to go. RMU's going to ice the game off. 5-2 victory. The Colonials take the victory over the undefeated CHMA defending champions. John Carroll, Blue Streaks. Tell you what, massive victory for RMU. They needed this momentum carrying into the game tomorrow against WVU, a second CHMA game. They're up 2-0 right now, giving John Carroll their first real challenge. They played Duquesne. Duquesne's a good hockey team, but they definitely aren't at the level that RMU is. They played against Mercyhurst, shut them out 5-0, and you were saying earlier, whenever they played Mercyhurst earlier this season, that they definitely had some difficulty scoring. So a shutout there. RMU played Mercyhurst as well, got the victory there. Now they've beaten John Carroll. They go on to Morgantown tomorrow. Little trip across the border.
Yeah.
If they get a victory there, that is a commanding 3-0 lead in the CHMA.
And they still have their next home game is against IUP, the Colonials is, and that is another huge. That is one of the other teams that is going to probably wreak some chaos between the CHMA. I mean, every team has the home and homes, so they're going to see John Carroll again later in the year. To be exact, February 10th at Gilmore Academy. So this is not the last time these two teams will meet.
Oh no, yeah, they will definitely play them. They will definitely play again. It's going to be a home game for John Carroll.
Yep.
So that's usually how it goes in the CHMA: one home, one home. So next game is going to be WVU tomorrow, as we can pencil in another victory for the Colonials as they move to a, what is their record now? 6-2.
Yep.
They have a 6-2 record. Only losses coming to Canisius and Buffalo, obviously last weekend. WVU tomorrow, and then they start an away stretch. We won't see them back on home ice again until Thursday, the day before Veterans Day, November 10th, where they play IUP, and then they play at the Alpha Ice Arena. They play against Duquesne, just a few minutes down the road from me.
That might be, yeah, same for me as well, living in Plum, but possibility of an away trip maybe at Gagnon RMU?
We've looked at trying to do an away stream at the Alpha Ice Complex. The only problem is they have exclusive streaming rights to another program. And that's because there's so many high school programs that go there. I mean, you have Shaler, North Hills, Hampton's there, Pine Richland. Like, there's so many different teams that are Fox Chapel.
Yeah.
Not to mention all of the Ice Renegades and all of those programs. Like, a lot of teams that play down there, so there is actually a dedicated, I think it's actually DK Sports. I think DK Sports holds the rights there.
Did not know that.
So we have tried. We've looked.
Okay.
So the next home game, IUP on November 10th, and we won't see another homestand where there's 2 games in a row at home until December, where they play Duquesne and Kent State back-to-back December 2nd, December 3rd, before playing, actually they played WVU the week prior as well. That's definitely going to be a hype game. The next 2 big home games for RMU are going to be against CHMA rivals. WVU, who they're going to play tomorrow, away, and then IUP, Indiana, Pennsylvania. So should be pretty good games.
Yeah.
Pretty good games. A lot of good hockey coming up.
Let's hit the 3 stars. Do you want to go first here, CJ?
I think it's number 1 has to go to Rutherford. I mean, I know he let up that second goal, kind of sucks, but Rutherford gets that goal, or gets the assist there at the very end. Up 5-2, only lets in those 2 goals. I think Rutherford had a fantastic game. If it wasn't for him, this could have been 5-5, could have been 6-5. It could have been a tough one. I think he's number 1. I'd say number 2, probably Nathan Mickey. I mean, that shot bar down, disgusting.
It was.
Absolutely disgusting. And 3 is Hunter Hodgson for me.
You took my exact one, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. Number 1 is obviously for Parker Rutherford for sure. Number 2, I'm going to give it to, I'm going to say George Macrory-Ocasas with 2 primary assists. I think he had a really solid game. He's been improving as it went along the senior, George Macrory-Ocasas. And then for my 3rd, so I'm going to give it to Alejandro Apud. I think his phenomenal work ethic, he's skating.
That goal there at the end from Reed, who I think he wasn't looked at a ton going into the season like someone who was going to make a serious impact, but I think he has.
He really has. I think that line with Apud, Reed, and Mickey, after you take the Adamski, Kramer, Palumbo line, I mean, that is pretty much a 1A, 1B first line, I'd say. You put that line on any other team, I mean, that's their first line, no doubt.
For sure. Well, that's going to wrap it up here tonight for us at RMU. It is already 10:50 p.m. I am very tired.
Yeah, me as well. It's been a long work day for us.
Well,
here.
we have a recruitment day tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
So if you're watching in the area and you'd like to see about what RMU has to offer academically, and you're a junior or a senior, there is a recruitment day tomorrow at the UPMC Event Center at 9:30 tomorrow morning.
I'll also do my quick plug as well. I heard also it might be at 8, it might be at 5. I'm not sure the exact time, but Division II Women's Club Hockey inaugural game tomorrow here on the Twitch channel. So definitely tune in for that, or make your way down to the Clearview Arena to see the inaugural game. And it only happens once, so you might as well watch it.
Women's hockey returns to the Clearview Ice Arena for RMU at least.
Yes.
The first time in 3-4 years.
I believe so.
Almost since the NCAA team was here. Very excited for that. Very good women coming into the program as well. I saw them recruiting a lot last season. A lot of very strong women coming in that I think are going to be able to put on a show. If you've never seen women's hockey, women's sports in general, brutal.
They are.
They are insane on the ice, especially women's volleyball.
Yes.
That is a fantastic sport to watch. And women's soccer, I think it's better than men's soccer.
I really think so.
It's so good. It's so good to watch.
It's good speed. It's good physicality. I mean, you do not expect it, and you come in, you're like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Yes.
Especially with hockey, too. It's like a whole different game almost.
Oh, yeah, because they can actually hit.
It is.
Problems.
It's fun to watch, too.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up here for us at the Clearview Ice Arena. 5-2 victory for your Colonials over the defending CHMA champions, John Carroll University, giving them their first loss of the season in the CHMA. Tune in tomorrow for the inaugural game for the D2 women's hockey program at 2 p.m.? 5 p.m.?
It's 5 or 8.
5 or
I've
8?
heard both times, so I'm not sure the exact time.
We'll tweet.
Yes,
Okay,
that'll be
Alex
fine.
is saying 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. tomorrow on the Twitch stream. If not, we'll tweet it out if
Yeah.
something happens. But allegedly it's 5 p.m. At least that's what I'm being screamed at. So that's going to wrap it up tonight. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow on the stream for the inaugural game for D2 Women's Hockey, and we'll catch you again next time. See you later, everyone.